All right, welcome everyone to Shallow Water Summer Baseball. Here we go again. Thursday, Friday, Saturday tournament. First game here in Plainview, Texas. Awesome facilities they have here at Plainview. Beautiful field. Unbelievable field. Great batting cages to warm up. The dugouts are beautiful. Field's beautiful. You gotta love this atmosphere for the baseball game here. The Mustangs are here for 3 games of pool play, and they'll bracket everybody for Saturday's games. So this is the first game. Let's see here. We're going to be playing Marucci Elite team out of Lubbock. Shallow Mustangs are same team as last week, except for two. We're going to miss 2 people this week. Maddox McDonald and Garrett Boschma are not with us this week. Defensively for the Mustangs, who will start out as the home team, on the field first. At first base will be Landon Freitag. Second base will be Drake Cole. Playing short today is Manny Mitchell. And at third base will be Rylan Brown. Out in the outfield, left field will be Connor Shires. Center field, Rylan Jeffcott. And right field looks like Cash McCravey. Behind the plate, Bryce Cooper. And on the mound today, Gavin Gordo. Gavin gets the nod today. Warm-up pitches are in. Umpires are in place, and we're going to get started. A little breeze blowing in from right field across the left field today. Hopefully the sound's coming in much better than it did the other day. Sorry about the wind the other day. I went back and listened to that broadcast, and boy, the wind was tough. I brought an umbrella this time in case the wind picks up and we can block out some of the wind. So hopefully it's not too bad. First batter steps in for Marucci Elite. Right-handed hitter, not a big kid. First pitch is right down the middle, fouled straight back for strike 1. Good start for Gavin Gordo here. Get the radar going here in a minute. See what the speeds are at. Overcast skies here. Nice cool day, like low 80s. So beautiful day. Next pitch is a curveball. Drops in there for strike 2. 64 miles an hour on that curveball. Good pitch by G there. Beautiful turf field here once again. Another curveball stays up for ball 1. Good pitch there by G. Tried to get him to go fishing there, so it counts 1 and 2. G takes a little break here to tie his shoe a little bit tighter. Mustangs playing straight up in the infield and straight up in the outfield also. Outfield's not real deep, not shallow either, just kind of playing right in the middle. Comes the next pitch. It's going to be a fastball tipped in. That's going to be strike 3, and they're going to throw it around. So a good start here for G. 4 pitches, strikeout, 1 out. Mustang team trying to rebound a little bit from that last game on Sunday where they were up 10-3 and the other team came back to tie it 10-10. Ended up tied. Next batter's a big right-hander. Just drops a curveball in there. Ooh, looked like a strike. That ball must have stayed inside just a little bit. Not by much there, but just by a little bit. Next pitch is fouled off to the right side. Hammer right over the dugout. Visiting team. Next pitch, a big sweeping curveball. Big 12-6 curveball by G. You can really see him come over the top and accentuate that pitch really good. Slows down his rotation just a little bit and then pulls way over the top. Good curveball. He's going to try another curveball, and batter just gets a small piece of it, fouls it right back for strike 2, so the count's 1 and 2. I really enjoy this weather right now in West Texas. Low 80s, overcast skies, slight breeze. That's going to be fouled off just behind the plate here, straight back. Just barely gets a piece of that. Looked like a changeup from G right there. Took a little bit off on that pitch. He's still ahead on the count here, 1 and 2. This elite team played the game right before us. They won 10-1. So they're playing back-to-back games. That's going to be a curveball over the outside corner, and that's strike 2-3 for the second strikeout. So Bryce throws it over the first baseman's head, kind of looking at his hand like, where it happened there. Sorry, that's my wife right behind me, so if you hear a loud voice, that's her. Anyway, 2 outs here, so 2 quick strikeouts for Gavin Guardo. Really pitching good here so far. Left-hander steps in for Marucci Elite. I believe that's Marucci, which is also a bat, right? As people know, Marucci bats. So I don't know if that's what it is or if it's Marucci Elite. Somebody maybe can help me out there. Next pitch is down a little bit. It's ball 2. 2-0 the count. Scoreboard working today, so I can actually refer to the scoreboard. That helps. 2-0 count here. It's going to be a fastball. It's going to stay up just a little bit. So the Mustangs will play right now this game, and then they turn around and play a 6:30 game later on. That's going to be a fastball right down the middle. Ball 4. So tight strike zone by this ump. He does not call anything close to the corners, neither up or down. So it's got to be right in there. Small box he's drawing right now. So that's going to put a runner at first. 2 outs here. Big right-handed kid steps in. Not a big lead at first. He takes another couple of steps here. Now a sizable lead. If he wants to go there, he can. First pitch is going to drop in on that outside corner for strike 1. Good pitch there. Talked about this before many times. That first strike curveball for a strike is such a confidence pitch. Allows you to come back now with another curveball, maybe a fastball out of the zone. Try to get him fishing here. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a curveball. It hangs up there for ball 1. Tight strike zone by this ump so far. Nice lead at first. And that is going to be, tried to check his swing there, couldn't check it. So that's going to be strike 2. So G ahead here, 1-2. And that's going to be strike 3 over the outside corner. Another curveball there. So a lot of curveballs in that first inning for Gavin Guardo, and he gets 3 strikeouts. 1 walk mixed in between those. But anyway, good start for Gavin Guardo here. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. The Mustangs and Elite tied 0-0. All right, bottom of the first inning here. Gavin Grotto's going to lead us off. Gavin pitched a really good top of the inning there. Got 3 strikeouts. Without Maddox McDonald here today, G will probably be doing a lot of leadoff. Steps in from the right-hand side. Traditional yellow gloves. Looks like a different bat for G. Got a lime green bat. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Got a radar on this guy. Looks like he's pitching mid-70s. Touches upper 70s every once in a while. That's going to be right over the pitcher's head. Going to the second baseman. He slides, but he gets away from him, so G's going to be on. Good leadoff hit there. Not a hard hit, but just right over the pitcher's head. Slow bouncer. I don't think they had a play on him at first. G with lots of speed. Ryland Jeffcott's going to step in. Second batter. His normal spot in the lineup. Ryland, of course, will be a senior next year. Left-hander. He's got his nice, pretty purple gloves. Light blue bat. A big lead for G over there at first. Watch a pitch, and that's going to be strike 1 on the inside corner. Fastball. Mustangs in their red shirts with black letters, white pants. Marucci Elite in white shirts, white pants. White right hat. Runner goes. So Jeff's going to swing through that. Good thing he swung through that because that distracted the catcher there. Catcher comes up, fumbles the ball, allows G to get to second. So count 0-2 now, and a runner at second. Jeffcott's got some work here, maybe something to the right side. Hopefully going to advance the runner over third. He's going to try to pull this ball as best he can. He likes to slap the ball opposite field, but if he can pull something, get the guy over to third. That'd be a real big boost here in the first inning. Next pitch is going to be inside. Ball 1. Counts 1 and 2 now. Shit, the score. Keeping us up to date. It's going to be a curveball. It's going to go to the shortstop. This is going to do the job. Move the runner over to third. It's exactly what you want there. Good job by Jeff. So with less than 2 outs now and a guy at third, Manny Mitchell's going to have an opportunity to drive a run in here. He wants to get a base hit here, or at least lift something to the outfield, allowing that run to come in. So 1 out now, guy on third, Manny Mitchell, a junior next year, steps in from the right side. And with his red sport gloves, takes the ball just on the outside corner for ball 1. Tight strike zone by this end. Nothing close. It's not calling it. And it's going to hit that to the second baseman. This is going to bring in a run. So he goes opposite field there. It's a good hit. Manning claps. He knows he did his job. That's a good point of view from a young hitter there. I like to see that. He knew that his job was to get that run in, and that's exactly what he did. So he gets to first, claps. The Mustangs go up 1-0, and that's going to bring up Ryland Brown. Ryland Brown will be a senior this next year. He stands in from the left-hand side, takes strike 1 right down the middle. So good job by the Mustangs, getting the first man on the board. Next pitch is low, bounces away from the catcher for ball 1, so 1-1. Next pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and Ryland swings through that one for strike 2. Took it down 1-2 here. Trying to find a way to get on base. And that's going to be down and driven right up the middle. Shortstop dives for it, goes underneath his glove, and Ryland Brown's going to be on first base with a single. Good job hitting there with 2 strikes. Just drives that ball right back up the middle. Beneath the stretched out glove of the shortstop, he's standing on first. Good speed at first. Connor Shires will be our next batter. Connor will be a junior next year. Steps in from the right-hand side. We've probably got something going here. Nope, no go. And that pitch is going to be strike 1 right down the middle. Looked a little bit low, but this umpire looks like his strike zone is going to be right at the knees, maybe even a touch lower, and then right at the waist. So waist and knees is what you're looking for, up and down on the strike zone. Ryland goes. Here's the throw down to second. He's sliding. He's in there easy. So we haven't seen any throws yet, any pickoff moves, so might as well go ahead and take the base. If they're not going to look over there, Ryland gets a big jump there. He was going to be safe no matter what. And there, Coach Jeffcott was going to do a courtesy runner. I don't know what he's talking about there because Ryland plays in the field. But anyway, nonetheless, we're going to go right back at it. Counts 1-1 here. Star's going to watch the next pitch, strike on the outside corner for strike 2. So 1-2 the count now, 2 outs with the runner at second. Connor trying to squirt a hole here. Poke a hole somewhere, drive that run in. Next pitch is going to be low and away. Good hard fastball, and Connor fouls that ball off to the right side. A little late on that one, but he gets a piece of that. Might have to switch headsets here. Pull the other one out. One of these headsets is a little quieter, and the other one is a little bit louder, so we'll try a different headset. Let me check all these connections first. Yeah, connections look good. So the count remains 1-2 here. That pitch is going to be on the outside corner, called strike 3. That was a ball. He's not called that pitch so far today, but that's Connor's going to go down there on strikes. So the Mustangs strand 1. We go to the top of the second inning. Mustangs up 1-0. All right, the warm-up pitches are in. We're going to start the second inning here. Gavin Grotto made quick work of the Marucci Elite team in the first inning. 3 strikeouts, gave up 1 walk. So he'll go to the second inning here. 5th batter up, number 17, right-handed batter here for Marucci. Hopefully, my brother-in-law said the other microphone was pretty quiet. Hopefully this one's better. Let us know if it's better. First pitch can be right down the middle. Grounder to third. Ryland Brown picks it up, fires over to first, and that's going to be the first. Gavin Grotto having a good game so far. Pitch counts low, throwing strikes. Good defense behind him so far. Actually didn't need any defense in the first inning. Struck out all 3 batters. Next batter is going to be a right-handed hitter here, number 29 for Elite. Red gloves, hot pink wristbands. First pitch is going to be a fastball, stays up for ball 1. Same defense for the Mustangs. Actually, a little bit different in the outfield. We'll switch it up. In the outfield, Ryland Jeffcott goes to the right field, Connor Shires at center, and Connor Loafman at left field. Next pitch is a curveball. Bounces in for ball 1 on the outside corner. Or ball 2, 2-0. So the Mustangs score 1 in that inning. Next pitch is Wow, he called that a strike on Connor Shires in the first. Looked like a strike to me. It was a fastball a little bit down on the outside corner, but looked good to me. That's going to be right down the middle, and that guy's swinging on 3-0. And Rylan Brown comes up with the ball and fires over to first for the second out. Kind of a little bit of a mistake there by that hitter by. Oh, so they're saying they can hear everybody but me. Maybe we switched microphones. We switched headsets. Hopefully it's working a little bit better now. I moved the mic a little bit closer to my mouth. Last week I had to hold it away because of the wind a little bit, but hopefully it's a little bit better this now. So 2 outs now. First pitch is a curveball, stays down for ball 1. Once again, big swooping curveball. So 2 outs now in the bottom of top of the second inning. Gavin's making quick work here. Next pitch is high for a fastball. So fastball stays up high. Number 24 for a lead here steps in. Right-handed hitter. Squats down. Holds that bat swaying behind his head. And that's going to be a curveball. It stays up for ball 3. We talked about this real tight strike zone by this 3-0 now. The last hitter had the green light. That's going to be a pitch, and it's going to stay up for ball 4. Looked good to me, too. But once again, this umpire is waist to knees on his height on the strikes, and appears to be a little bit wider on the corners now. Started out at the bottom or the top of the first inning a little bit tight from corner to corner, but kind of opened up that strike zone a little bit from side to side. So a runner at first, 2 outs. Big right-handed hitter here. The pitcher steps in for Elite. First pitch is going to be driven to right field. It's going to stay up. And Jeff comes in, makes the catch, and that's going to be 3 outs. So once again, 4 batters come up to the plate for the Elite team, and 3 outs. And we're going to the bottom of the second inning. The Mustangs up 1-0. All right, we're in the bottom of the second inning. Cash McCravey going to start us out. Cash will be a junior next year. Steps in from the right side. First pitch is right on the outside corner, fastball for strike 1. Pitcher has a little bit of a sidearm tendency. Doesn't throw straight over the top, kind of throws from the side. That pitch is going to be down for ball 1. That was 86 miles an hour on that fastball. So he's warming up. Warm-up pitches, he's only throwing low 80s, but that was 86 on that one. That's going to be 85 on the outside corner for strike 2. Doesn't throw a lot of curveballs, mainly fastball pitcher. Shakes off the catcher 3 times now. Then the 4th time. Now here comes the pitch. He looked like he was throwing maybe a change up there. 73 miles an hour on that pitch. So he shakes off the catcher 4 times and then comes in with like a sidearm changeup, and Cash fights that pitch off, fouls it off. Count remains 1-2 here. Elite defense playing straight up in the infield, straight up on the outfield. And that's going to be a nice slow fastball on the outside corner. He gets Cash for strike 3. Ball looks like it's coming on the outside corner and just kind of breaks off the corner enough to get away from the batter. So Cash waves through that one for the first out, and that's going to bring up Joaquin Potoff. Next batter up, Joaquin will be a junior next year, but steps in from the right-hand side, kind of bounces on his toes. The first pitch is down and away for strike 1, swinging strike 1. Joaquin wears a batting glove on his front hand, but not his back hand. First pitch is way outside, ball 1. Definitely a little bit of a sidearmer here, this pitcher. Haven't seen him come over the top yet. Another sidearm pitch, low and outside for ball 2. 79 miles an hour on that fastball, so he can go from 79 up to mid-80s. Next pitch can be kind of low and outside, and Joaquin swings over the top of it. 78 miles on that pitch. Joaquin was a little bit fooled on that. He was way ahead of it. So 2-2 the count now. Joaquin's going to call time here. Reset, steps in, kind of hops to that back foot, digs in that back foot, and he's ready to go. Next pitch is way outside for ball 3, so that's going to make the count full. So with 1 out here, the count full, Joaquin trying to find a way to get on base. Next pitch is right down the middle, and Joaquin fouls it off. Way ahead of that pitch once again. Just lucky to catch the end of the bat, so that foul ball goes right off the end of the bat. Squirts backwards, so the count remains full. 3-2 here. Elite playing real deep in the infield. That pitch is right down the middle for strike 3. It has a fastball right down the middle. Joaquin was looking for something else there because it froze him. Once again, this pitcher kind of has a little bit of a sidearm tendency, so the release of the ball is kind of towards the hitter if you're a right-handed hitter, and then it kind of breaks over the plate. Drake Cole's our next batter. First pitch is going to be up and in for ball 1. Nice pop on the glove. That's 2 outs now in the inning. So the infield playing back, second base and short, almost standing in the outfield. Drake's next pitch is a swinging strike 1, so 1-1 the count. Drake will be a junior next year, bats from the right-hand side. That pitch is another pitch right down the middle for strike 2. 76 miles an hour. A little bit of this sidearm tendency, I think, is really fooling our batters right now. They just need to focus in on seeing that pitch over the middle of the plate, not with the release. Goes over the top, and he's going to get him for strike 3. 77-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside edge. Drake swings right underneath it. It stays up. Looks like it's going to drop, but it doesn't drop, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. The Mustangs up 1-0. All right, we're going to start the top of the third inning. This will be the number 9 hitter for Marucci Elite. Gavin Grodder's only seen 8 batters so far, 4 in the first inning, 4 in the second inning. See if he can keep that up. That'll be a great inning if he only sees 4 hitters again. Can't say enough about coaches right now. I gotta give my appreciation to Russell Chepcott and Lance Mitchell over there, taking their time out to coach these boys. Nobody gets paid to do these coaching positions, at least not in shallow water, so we're thankful for them. The first pitch is up for ball 1. Next pitch is going to drop over the outside corner for a strike. That's a beautiful looking curveball by G. He's got that 12-6 working right now. It's really got this team off balanced right now. Not really seeing that curveball really good right now. Next one's going to be a fastball. It's going to be lined over to Mitchell. He backhands it, throws it over to first, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Good play by Manning there. Takes a couple of steps to his right there, backhands the ball, comes up with it, makes a good throw over to first, and that's the first out. We're moving quick on this game right now. A lot of hits. Coach Jepcott thanking Bryce for getting down the line to back up that play. That's the job of the catcher. He backs up the throw when it throws over to first with nobody on. Next pitch is, almost hits the outside corner. Umpire calls it a ball. Good job by Bryce trying to frame it there. Left-handed hitter here for Marucci. Small guy. That pitch is going to stay up for ball 2. That was fired in there. Batter does not wear batting gloves. Not real common these days to not wear any batting gloves. But that pitch is a strike right down the middle. Swinging strike 1. Some batters say they don't like the feel of the gloves. They like the natural feel of the bat. A lot of them wear gloves because it helps them get better grip on the bat. Next pitch is going to be fouled off to the left-hand side. That's going to be out of play. Good fastball there by G, was running in on his hands. So the count's 2-2 now. 1 out in the top of the third inning. Quick game going so far. Next pitch is a big swooping curveball, and that's going to go to right field. That's going to drop in for a single. So the batter there just kind of slows his swing down, just kind of softly hits that ball over the second baseman's head in between second and right. Drops in for a single. He's going to be on first base with 1 out. And that's going to bring up the top of the order from Marucci. Number 4, right-handed hitter. I believe he struck out his first time up. In right field now, it's Connor Shires, kind of playing ring around the rosy in the outfield right now. Looks like Connor Loafman in center. And in left field is Cash McCready. Nice lead at first, and the runner's going. They're going to test Bryce here. The throw goes down, takes 1 bounce, and it slides just underneath the tag. So the ball was right on the bag. It takes 1 bounce. Manning catches it off of 1 skip, and he applies the tag, and the runner's just underneath the tag. So stolen base there. With 1 out, they'll have a guy at second. That ball was called a strike, so 0-1 the count. Nice lead at second base right now. Manning coming over. Now he backs away, and that's going to be a nice curveball by G. Just misses on the inside corner, and G signals to Bryce, come on out. Let's talk about the signals here. Maybe going to change it up to make sure that that second baseman is not signaling anything into the batter of what the pitch call is. So Bryce and G get on the same page. Bryce trots back. G looks real comfortable on the mound right now. Very loose, very calm. He knows he's got a good defense behind him. Mustangs playing a little bit of a shift to the right now. Drake plays a little more over into the right side of the field. Manning playing up the middle. Rylan Brown plays straight up at third base. Next pitch is going to be hammered foul to the left-hand side, out of play. Looked like some sort of a change-up there. Batter was right on, but actually way ahead on that pitch because he pulls it foul. So G up here, 1-2. I imagine we'll probably see that big sweeping curveball here. See if he can get him. He got him on the first inning. It was a tip foul strike for an out. And it's a little bit of a kind of an off-speed pitch there. It didn't look like it had a lot of break in it, but hitter just barely gets a piece of that. He has to hold his hands back, way back there to be able to get a piece of that pitch. So G's got him way ahead. I was thinking that, off-speed pitch here, he's got a chance here with only 1 ball and 2 strikes that maybe he can throw a fastball a little bit elevated here, maybe a little bit outside, and he gets him. That's what he's going to do. Fastball in the outside corner, and it's fouled off to the outside, out of play. It's a good pitch sequence here. Bryce and I have gone over this many times. Catcher really seeing where the batter sets up his feet to see what kind of pitch you want to throw. I always think about what's the sequence, what have you thrown him so far. So they go curveball and they miss. He just way out in front actually fouls it off. He goes fastball in the outside corner. He fouls it off here. So he's got a chance here maybe to come up and in. Maybe come back to that curveball here also. They're going to have a pickoff move to second, and that's close, but just under there for a safe call. But boy, it was a good pickoff play. The ball was right on the money. Manny put the tag down, but the runner just slides underneath there. So 1-2 the count here, 1 out. There's going to be that fastball in the outside corner, but umpire says nope, it was out. So that's going to be a ball. It's going to run the count 2-2. So Manny Mitchell plays up the middle. Drake Cole playing way over to the right side. They're expecting him not to pull the ball here. Outfield plays straight up. Wind blowing in from right now. And that's going to be a slow curveball, and it's going to bounce away from Bryce. He's got to play at third, and he's going to throw it over the third baseman's head, and that's going to allow a run to come in. That's a mistake that cannot happen, and that's going to be a mistake that as a catcher you have to, tell yourself, I can throw down to third, but I cannot throw it over. That's one thing that can happen. With 1 out there, didn't need to make that throw over his head right there. Have to be on point there. That's something that I'm sure Bryce will replay in his mind. He'll clean it up. Count's full now, 3-2. Gavin's got to come back and get this guy now. And there's going to be a curveball, and it's going to be skied straight up. Manny Mitchell is underneath it at shortstop. He's going to make the play, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Unfortunate that run comes in to score there, because that would have been a pop-up, which would have held the runner at third, and they would have had 2 outs with a guy at third. But once again, this is an opportunity to kind of work on some things, something that's got to be fixed as we go throughout the season. Play deeper next year, hopefully in the playoffs. Hopefully towards a state championship. First pitch is a curveball, bounces in for ball 1. So nobody on base, there's 2 outs. Big right-handed hitter here for Elite. That next pitch is going to be a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Hitter kind of shakes his head like he didn't think that was a strike. That was right at his waist. That's a strike. Next pitch is going to be right on the outside corner. He doesn't get the call here. That's the same pitch that he threw to Connor Shires in the first inning. He called it a strike. He does not call it a strike there. I'm sorry, sir, but that's a strike. Good curveball here by G. Gets him leaning off speed there. So that's going to make the count 2-2. Fouls that pitch off. He's really got him leaning now. Maybe he can elevate here and try to get him with a fastball. That's curveball, goes down into the ground, so it's going to be full. So G working a little bit harder in this inning. A lot of full counts in this inning. Still way ahead here. 3-2. Nobody on. Scores tied 1-1. Next pitch is going to be fastball right down the middle, and the batter fouls it off to the right side. Good pitch by G there. That pitch was down. It's going to be a strike. It was at the bottom of the strike zone. So 3-2 still the count here. Infield backs up just a little bit. The 3-2 count, 2 outs. Next pitch is down, and that's going to be fouled back also. Nice battle here between G and this hitter. He steps out, about 4 or 5 steps down the line. The umpire says, come on, step back in there. Let's get going. Next one's going to be a curveball, and that's going to stay up for ball 4. That was up and in. Not quite enough break on that pitch right there, so that's going to allow a runner to go to first with 2 outs. Number 1 for Elite Team steps in from the left side. G's pitching good so far. I do a little more work in this one. Good lead off there at first. Maybe a pickoff coming here. And there's the pickoff move. And good snap throw. Runner's just underneath that throw. It's a good move by G. Trying to keep that runner close. Left-handed batter here, so Bryce is shielded a little bit from that runner. He's going to rely on landing free tag to say runner going. That pitch is going to be a curveball. It's going to stay up just a little bit. Just barely misses off the left-hand side there. We're right behind the plate on our video today, so hopefully you can see a little bit of that movement of the ball. A thick net here at Plainview. That's going to be down and in, and that's going to be flied over to Manning at shortstop. He takes some steps back out to the outfield and left field, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So good work by G there. Gets out of the inning. Only 1 run scores on an error. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, tied 1-1. All right, bottom of the 3rd inning here. Landon Freetag going to start us off, the first baseman for Shallowater today. Bryce Cooper will be on deck, and I think that'll get us back to the top of the order. He's going to turn square to bunt. He's going to pull back, and that's going to be ball 1, just off the outside corner. Wind now blowing in from right field, straight at the hitter. So straight in from right now. And that's going to cross behind Landon's head for ball 2. So fortunate that doesn't hit him in the head there. He leans forward, and that ball goes behind his head. So 2-0 the count. Next pitch is going to drop in for strike 1 on the inside corner. I don't like to say that umpires are biased, but this one is a little bit. He's calling the corners a little more for them than he is for us. Landon's going to sky that to left field. That's elevated quite a bit. Left fielder comes in, and he actually makes the catch with no problem. So, nicely hit to left field, but not quite enough on it to get past the left fielder or to drop in. So, one out now. Bryce Cooper's going to step in from the right-hand side. Bryce doing the catching duties today. Bryce will be a senior next year. First pitch is a swinging strike one. Next pitch is going to bounce in for ball one, so the count's 1-1 now. Like I said, this infield in the middle, they play way back. They play on the edge of the grass on that backside. Next pitch is going to be outside for ball two. Trying to get a radar on this guy. He seems to be popping the glove pretty good. Pitch is going to be outside also. 84 miles an hour on that fastball. So Bryce way ahead here. 3-1. Trying to get on base. If he can get on base, Gavin will be up that next. That pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike two. That ball was just right on the outside corner. So full count now. And Bryce is going to swing through strike three. That was the same pitch right on that outside corner. He gets Bryce for strike three. Bryce swings right over the top of that ball. So that's going to be two quick outs here, and we get back to the top of the lineup. 1-1 is the score. Mustangs scored in the first inning, and Marucci scored in the top of the third inning. G's going to swing at the first pitch for a strike. Pitch was down. G got a single in the first inning right up the middle. Pitcher shakes off the catcher 3 times there, and G says, "Hey, I'm going to take a break." Good job by G. What happens when you stand in the back box that long? You start to tense up. Want to stay loose. And he's going to hit this to the second baseman. A couple of skips off the turf. The second baseman throws over to first, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. So quick work here. We're moving through this game quick. We go to the top of the fourth inning, tied 1-1. All right, the warm-up pitches are over. G takes the mound again to start his fourth inning of work here. He's done a really good job so far. He's really kept these hitters off balance. He's been hitting his spots. Had a little bit of work to do in that last inning. Ran a few of those counts full, so I'd like to see him hit his strikes a little bit more here. Same infield for the Mustangs. Outfield, we've been playing Ring Around the Rosie, so first pitch is a curveball. Bends over the outside corner for Ryland Jeffcock playing left field now. Ryland Brown's been busy over there at third. He comes up, fires over to third. He's 3 for 3 today. So really good job, Ryland, working over there at third base. He's handled everything so far. So one pitch and one out for, two pitches and one out for Gavin here. Next batter steps in, right-handed hitter here for Marucci Elite, and that's going to be a curveball, and it's going to be softly floated out to Drake at second base, and Drake makes the catch, and that's 2 quick outs in the inning. So good work here by Gavin so far. Like we talked about, he's really worked his curveball good today. He's got these guys off balance. That was a curveball right over the middle of the plate, and the guy doesn't get good bat on the ball, just kind of lofts that ball up in the air, and Drake takes it one step back and makes the catch. So another right-handed hitter here for Marucci Elite. He's going to foul this ball off to the right-hand side, so they challenge him with a fastball on the outside, and he's late. So 0-1 the count. Really like G's demeanor on the mound right now. He's very relaxed, very confident. Him and Bryce are not shaking off a lot of pitches. They're on the same page. That's going to be another curveball. Just breaks just barely off the outside corner of the plate. So that's going to make the count 1-1. Next pitch is a fastball up, 77 miles an hour. Open stance for this batter. What that means is his front leg stands back from the back leg so that he can see the ball a little better. That pitch is going to be inside for ball 2. 3-1 the count. 3-1 the count. So he opens up, allows his body to kind of face the pitcher a little bit more. He strides into the pitch when the pitch comes to him. That ball's going to stay up and in for ball 4. So 2 outs here, and a runner goes to first. It's going to bring up number 24. I believe this kid had a single in his first up at bat. He was the one that got the little hit to right field. I believe he came around to score. Ooh, good curveball to start him out there, and he fools this hitter quite a bit. And G smiles at Bryce. Bryce smiles right back at G's like that was nasty, and it was nasty. That ball the floor dropped out of it, and the batter was way ahead of it. So 0-1 the count here. Not a big lead at first. Nothing going. That ball's a fastball in, and it hits off, and the runner turns second. He's going to pull up. So that ball squirts off the foot of Bryce, his left foot. Bryce was set up to the outside, probably expecting a fastball on the outside corner. The ball comes back over the inside, hits his foot, squirts back over to the right-hand side. Bryce couldn't find it. The runner had a chance to go to third there, but he holds up. So that's going to make a runner at second with 2 outs. Counts 1-1. And the batter's going to call time here. G steps back in, like you said, wind blowing in from right field right now. Kind of a little bit of a breeze, not really a wind. Making it real comfortable out there. That pitch is going to be a curveball. Bounces low and outside for ball 2, so 2-1 the count now. He's got this batter fooled, so he's going to try to stick with that curveball, it seems like. Next pitch is going to be a fastball that stays up for ball 3, so 3-1 the count now. First base is open. Not that we want to fill it with 2 outs, but there is 2 outs. Be nice to get this guy on some pitch here. Maybe a grounder over to Ryland Brown. Come up and make another play. Pitch is going to be low and outside for ball 4. Bryce going to call time. As soon as the batter touches first, he'll be granted that time. He's going to go out and talk to Gavin, maybe give him a chance to reset here. So as Bryce visits the mound, we'll take a little break here and allow those two to work things out. So a quick meeting at the mound between Bryce and Gavin, and I think they've got things squared away. Got to be careful here. The runner from second came in to the batter and is telling him something, maybe like he's stealing the signs here, or maybe picking up something the way G holds the ball in the glove. Yep, he's nodding at him, so he's going to let him know, and that's going to be a fastball, and it's going to be driven just past the reach of Manning. Rylan Jeffcott playing shallow and left, so he's able to come in and get that ball and fire it in, so no run comes in to score, but that's going to load the bases with 2 outs. Almost till like the runner at second was calling for fastball, like he was telling the batter that that's a fastball. So they are reading some kind of a sign there. You can see him nod to the hitter that like this is a fastball, and sure enough, G throws a fastball, and the guy rips it between second and short, or excuse me, third and short. So the bases are full now. We still got 2 outs, so we just need to get 1 out here. Any bag will do. Right-handed batter steps in here for Marucci Elite. The bases are full, nowhere to go. Got to get this guy. First pitch is going to be down and fouled to the right side. So G gets up on this guy, 0-1. Big number 7 steps in for Marucci. Strong kid. Next one's going to be a curveball. It's going to be softly grounded over to Landon at first. He swoops the ball up, runs over to first, tags first, and the inning's over. So good job getting out of that inning. The Elite threatening that inning with bases loaded, but nobody comes in to score. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied 1-1. Pitcher's duel going on. Rylan Jepcott's going to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning here for the Mustangs. Rylan did a real good job in the 1st inning of moving the runner over. So this time he bats with nobody on. Chance to get on base here. Third base plays up, expecting a bunt here, and the first pitch is going to be off the outside corner for strike 1. Once again, we're not getting the same calls side to side as the other team. So that's a strike for us, but it's a ball when Gavin's pitching. That ball is going to be fouled off to the left-hand side. Ryland bats from the left-hand side. So the ball squirts out foul to left-hand side. 0-2 the count. Next pitch is going to be down and in, and that's going to be swung through for strike 3. So 3 quick pitches, and Ryland's out. That's going to bring up Manny Mitchell. Manning had a ground out the first time up. He actually brought the runner in, so Manning stands in this time with nobody on base. Chance to get something going here for the Mustangs. First pitch is going to be a little bit of an off-speed pitch there for a swinging strike 1. 0-1 the count, 1 out, bottom of the 4th, 1-1. That's going to be a fastball down, so swinging strike 2. 0-2 the count now. Manning, a real good 2-strike hitter here. That's going to be way outside for ball 1. Pitcher really drops down sidearm right there and throws that ball wild to the outside. 1-2 the count. Shakes off the pitcher a couple times. He's going to throw a fastball on the outside for ball 2. Ball once again was way out. He drops down in the sidearm there again. Manny that time kind of took a chance to lick his lips, and oh, that's going to be a good pitch right there. And Manning avoids the tag. He's going to be thrown out at first nonetheless. So a good fastball on the outside corner. It was low and away. Really had Manning fooled there. The ball squirts in front of the catcher out in front, and the catcher tries to grab it and tag Manning, and Manning kind of runs way into the inside and makes the catcher have to make a throw to first. So good job by Manning there, making him make a throw to first. But good pitching by this pitcher. He's really got our guys off balance here. They're leaning in. The first pitch to Ryland Brown's going to be a hard fastball on the inside corner, and he swings for strike 1. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Good game here. Next pitch is fastball down and in. Only fastballs by this pitcher right now, so they can really sit on fastballs here, but he's mixing them up. He's hitting corners. He's staying down. Did a really good job of staying down. He shakes off the catcher a couple times here. Play coming back to that fastball. And he is on that inside corner, and Ryland swings through it for strike 3 and out number 3. Good job pitching here by this Marucci pitcher. He's really got our guys swinging through a lot of fastballs. We go to the top of the 5th inning, tied 1-1. All right, top of the 5th inning here. 1-1 game. It's been a while since we've seen a tight game like this, especially a really low-scoring game. Gavin Grotto's done a really good job pitching here. He starts the 5th inning of work here. First pitch is going to be a fastball that stays way up for ball 1. Same infield for the Mustangs. No changes in the infield. The outside, like we talked about, is playing kind of a ring around the rosy. Next pitch is up for ball 2, fastball. Looks like Cash McCravey at right field. Ryland Jeffcott at center. And Connor Loafman in left field. Next pitch looks to be a strike, and even Gavin's like, where is that pitch? I mean, a little bit shorter batter, but that looked to be a good strike down the middle. So 3-0 the count now. And that one's going to be right down the middle. No doubter there for strike one. So 3-1 the count. Good job by G there. Just not getting rattled. Just comes back and fires a strike. Next pitch is going to be down and in, and a swinging foul ball, strike two. He challenged him right there on that inside corner, and the hitter was behind. He fouls it straight back. So he's full count now. And that pitch is going to be grounded over to Landon. He goes over and gets the ball. G's covering it first, and we're going to play it first. It gets by G. So that was tough. Landon moved over to his right. He goes to make the play there, and that ball kind of skips away from his glove. He catches up to the ball, recovers it, fires it over to first, a little bit offline there. They still had a chance to get him at first base there. G was covering, but wild throw to first. Luckily, it doesn't get too far away. Bryce is backing it up, and that doesn't allow the runner to move to second. So the runner at first, no outs. I believe this is back to the top of the order for Marucci. Number 4 steps in for his third at bat of the day. Good lead at first, and they're going to try a pickoff move here. Good snap throw over there, pushes the runner back, slides in, safe. Gotta love this breeze right now. 82 degrees with a slight breeze blowing in. Very comfortable out there right now. Another big lead at first. And the runner goes, and that pitch is going to be down and in. Nothing Bryce can do with that pitch right there. Tough pitch to handle there. That ball was way down and in. Good job by Bryce snagging that ball and not letting that ball get by. So runner at second now, no outs. Counts 1-0. Ooh, next pitch is a nice curveball. Drops in for strike one. Good looking pitch there. It looked like a kind of a changeup maybe. Doesn't look like his traditional 12-6 curveball, like a changeup. Floated in and drops in for a strike. So 1-1 the count. There's going to be a pickoff move here at second. Just back in the runner at second. Slides underneath the tag. Manning applies the tag at his waist area. Want to get that tag kind of at the hands area. He's safe. He was safe all the way. Good lead at second. Got to watch this runner here. Maybe they're going to try to challenge Bryce. Nope, nothing going, and the ball's going to be grounded to Ryland at third. He looks the runner back to second. They go to first to get the out. The throw goes back over to third from Landon, but the runner advances to third. He's safe there. So good job by Ryland Brown there. He came up and made that play, looked the runner back to second, and fires it over to first. But a speedy runner at second allows him to advance to third. So with one out, another big right-handed hitter here for Marucci steps in with a runner at third and only one out. See if we can do something here. We talked about this all-important second out. The infield will come in now for the Mustangs. Right back to the infield. They'll be firing home to try to keep the runner from scoring. It's going to have to be clean. He's got some speed. And this pitch is going to be right down the middle of the plate and lined over shortstop's head into the outfield for a single. And that's going to make the score 2-1 Marucci. Good hit by that young man right there. That pitch was right over the middle of the plate. So runner at first, one out. Score is now 2-1 Marucci. First pitch is going to be a fastball up for ball one. Left-handed hitter here, number 1 for the visiting team. And all white. Next pitch can be right down the middle for strike one. So 1-1 the count. 74 miles an hour on that fastball. It's better. Kind of steps in there and then just holds his hand at his waist area. Doesn't move the bat. Just kind of stands there. A little bit of a weird batting stance. I haven't kind of seen that one in a while. Just stands in there, his bat right in front of him, kind of the hands at the waist area, the bat standing straight up. Not a big lead at first. Next pitch is going to be right on the outside corner for strike two. That was a great pitch. Really froze the hitter right there. That ball was right on the outside corner. So good to see the out call on that one, a strike for us. Didn't feel like he was giving us those before, but he gave us that one. And it's going to be a fastball. He's going to challenge him on that outside corner, and the batter just spoils it, just kind of waves at that pitch and fouls it straight back. So he's got him leaning here. So with him leaning, he can probably come with a curveball, maybe break in on his hands here, and he probably gets him. I also believe maybe a fastball on the inside corner will get him here. He was late on that pitch. Tries the curveball. It stays up for ball two. 2-2 the count. Trying to get that second out here. Maybe a double play ball up the middle. It's going to be a curve, breaking fastball, or curveball right over the middle of the play. Good pitch there by G. That's that 12-6 curveball. Starts in about the chest area of the hitter and breaks down into the ground, and he gets him strike three. So 2 outs now. Big right-handed hitter. I believe this is the pitcher. He's done a fabulous job pitching today. Mustangs trying to get out of this one with only 1 run scoring. Keep the score 2-1 here. 2 outs with a runner at first. Not a big threat at first. He's going. Now he's going to try. And Bryce lifts his head up at the last minute looking at the hitter and misses the ball. He was staring him down. He wanted to make that throw. Just picks his head up just a little bit right at the last second. Ball squirts off the end of his glove. So 1-0 the count. Runner at second. There's 2 outs. Right-handed batter steps in there, and that's a curveball. Breaks over the middle of the plate for strike one. 1-1. Hitter here kind of has a Jeff Bagwell stance. If you ever watched Jeff Bagwell for the Houston Astros, part of the Killer Bees, stands in there with a squatty look, hands high up by his ears. Next pitch is going to be a fastball, I thought, on the outside corner. Boy, even Jeff caught in center field is looking at that pitch, and that's a strike. I'm sorry, that's a strike. He got one. They robbed of one right there. He's calling that a strike on our side when we're up to bat, but he's not giving G that pitch when he's pitching. That's a tough one to not get right there. Next one's going to be a curveball, and the swinging strike two, so that runs the count 2-2. That ball was up a little bit, but the hitter decided to swing at it, and of course swings right through it. So 2-2 the count now with 2 outs and a runner at second. Nice to get one of them curveballs drop in here. And that's what he's going to do, and he's going to just tap it over the short. Manning comes up with it, charges it, throws it to first, and he's out. Boy, Manning has really become really good at charging those balls and coming up. One of the best exchanges I've seen in a young kid. He really charges that ball, watches it into his glove, and a really good exchange. A good hard throw over to first, and he gets that guy with no problem at all. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning now. Mustangs need to get something going with the bats. The score's 2-1. All right, bottom of the fifth inning. Same pitcher for Marucci out there. He's pitched a really good game so far. He's got a lot of strikeouts in this game. Mustang's going to try to figure something out here. Connor Shire is going to be our first at bat. Steps in from the right side. He's going to turn his to bunt. He pulls back for ball one. That ball was way outside. Mustangs need to make this guy work a little bit. He's hadn't thrown a lot of pitches, so we need to try to run the counts up here a little bit on him. Don't give him any free swings. That pitch is going to be hammered to the right center gap, and that's a good hit by Connor. Connor's going to round first, and he's going to look, and he's going to be standing at first with a stand-up single. That's a really good hit there. Good job by the center fielder getting over there in time to cut that ball off, and now Connor to advance to second. But with no outs, we got a runner at first, leadoff runner here. Good speed at first base here with Connor. I would imagine they're going to get him over there to second as quick as they can. Cash McCravy's going to step in from the right side. Cash struck out his first at bat. He turns to bunt, and whoa, backdoor throw, really good throw. That was a close play at second base there. If Connor would have been going, or at least faking, he would have been close, way close. First pitch is a strike. That was a strike to Cash. Cash calls time, looks down to third for the signal here. Cash turned to bunt on that play, and he didn't pull back in time, and it was called a strike. Connor gets a lead. Nothing going. He's going to pull back. That ball's low, so this one's going to be a ball. So it counts 1-1 now. Coach Chipcott's going to go through another round of signals here. Connor takes a little bit bigger lead. Probably going to maybe be a steal here. Imagine he'll be going. And nothing going. Cash is going to foul that ball straight back. So he challenged it with the fastball right down the middle, and Cash just missed that ball just underneath it. Fouls it straight back. So he was on that pitch, just missed it by a little bit. He was just a little under. No outs. Runner at first. Bottom of the fifth inning. Scored 2-1. Counts 1-2 here. Not a big lead by Connor. Now he takes a couple more steps. Not going. Oh, no, delayed steal here. Well, they got a chance here. But he's there with a bad throw. So a good throw gets him there, but Connor gets lucky there. What is he going to call here? Umpire's saying something about the hitter here. He's calling something on Cash here. Not real sure. Something there. He called Cash out. Not exactly sure. The umpire wants to make beef now. Cash said something from the dugout. Not sure exactly what he called on Cash there. If he said that he didn't go back, or I'm not real sure. We'll try to find out. But then that's going to be the first out of the inning. So Connor stands at second base. Joaquin Pata's going to step in for his second at bat. First pitch is going to be low and outside for ball one. Maybe Cash didn't like the call there. Maybe Cash felt like it was a ball, and the umpire called it a strike. Disagreed with him, which you have the right to do. Just sometimes it's better just to walk back and not say anything. You're going to come up the next time you don't want. Connor goes to third here, and Joaquin fouls that ball off to the right-hand side. Connor had a big jump there. He was going to get third base without any issue there. Good jump by Connor. Pitcher doesn't look back to second base there, which gives Connor the opportunity to steal third. He was going to be there without a throw. But with the foul ball, he has to go back to second. Counts 1-1. And he's going to be a pickoff move to second. Good job by Coach Chipcott there by saying back, back, back. I mean, he saw it all the way. 1-1's a count. Big right-handed hitter here for the Mustangs steps in. He's got the gaps wide open, and he's going to foul this one straight off to the right side. He's a little bit behind on this pitch, a little bit under. Joaquin trying to trade places here. He wants to get a hit here and drive in Connor. Comes the pitch. Connor's going, and Joaquin's going to swing through that, and they'll throw down this. Oh, and they're going to call him out at third. This is the wrong call. This is the wrong call. And Coach Jeffcott asking for an appeal down to the home plate. And the umpire out in the field says, no, I'm not even going to give it to you. I saw it all the way. And he called him out with authority, and he's not even going to get an appeal to home plate here. So with 2 strikes, Connor Shires tries to steal third base there. Joaquin swings through strike 3 on the outside corner. The throw down to third looked to be late to me. Looked like Connor got in there. The umpire was behind the play, so I don't know if he could see a real good view of it. He should have appealed down to the home plate umpire, who had a view straight down the line looking at that play, but he just denied the appeal, which is not going to allow any type of reversal at all. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. Marucci up here, 2-1. All right, top of the 6th inning here. A little bit of I guess in my mind, a little upsetting play in the bottom of the 5th there. Connor still is third, and the umpire out in the field, which was behind the play, calls him out. The Mustangs tried to appeal to the home plate umpire, who had a direct view down the line to see that play, and the umpire out in the field denies him the appeal. It wouldn't have taken anything for that umpire to point at the umpire at home, and if he would have called him out, then he's out. But if he has a better view, then he needs to make that call. Pitching change for the Mustangs here. Landon Freitag's going to come in to pitch. With Landon coming in to pitch, Bryce Cooper will move to first base. Jared Behill goes to catcher. A couple more substitutions out there, and we'll get to them here in a minute. Next pitch is a ball, so the count is 1-1. Connor Shires goes to second base. Manning's still at third. Gavin Grotto goes to third. Next pitch is a ball on the way outside for ball 2. In the outfield, we have Connor Loafman in left. Cash McCravey in center, Ryland Brown in center, and then Ryland Jepcott in right. That's a curveball. It's going to stay up for ball 3. Go, bud. So 3-1 the count now. His dad asking him to finish. And that pitch is going to be off the outside corner for ball 4. That's going to put the leadoff runner on first with no outs. Talked about that leadoff runner or batter before getting on with no outs. Always have a bad tendency to come around and hurt you. Let's see if we can get a double play ball up the middle here and erase that, or maybe a good pickoff move. And remember, Landon Freitag has a real good pickoff move to first. That's snap. I would imagine we're going to see it right here. Good lead at first. Nope, here comes the pitch. That's going to be down on the ground. Got a chance to go back door here. Bryce has to go down and knock that ball down. Jared just came into the game. He hasn't had a lot of chance to warm up his arm. He throws that ball. It bounces about 2 feet in front of Bryce, and Bryce just kind of uses his body there to knock that ball down. Kind of grabs at his pectoral area and says, ooh, that kind of stung a little bit. He's all right. Here's that snap throw, and ooh, that's just safe. That was a real good pickoff. Real good pickoff move there. Another decent lead at first base here. 1-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be right up the middle. That's going to be softly lined into center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Just over the reach of Connor Shires at second base. Drops between Connor and Ryler Brown at center. So with no outs, Marucci's threatening here. Got runners at first and second. No outs. Number 24 for Marucci going to step in here. Right-handed here. Jared's going to call time here and go talk about the signs with Landon. This team's been known to see some signs or tip the batter off from second base of what the pitch is going to be, so maybe they're going to change a few things up here. Mustangs will play up the middle for two. The corners are playing about base level, so if hard hit to them, they'll be turning to two also. First is a bunt, and that's going to go way behind, or right behind the right side, or the left-handed batter's box. That's going to be a foul ball. So they're bunting there, and that ball just hits the ground and with a backspin goes away from the field, so nothing going there. 0-1 the count here. He thinks he's going to bunt. The pitch to throw here is inside at his hands. That ball's going to curve in for strike two, so nice, good curve ball there. Not a lot of break on that ball, but just enough to break in there for strike two, so he's got him down 0-2 here. Doesn't have to throw a strike here. That's going to be down and in. That's going to be between short and third. They're going to hold the runners up because Connor Loafman was playing shallow in left field. A little bit of a mistake pitch right there. He was down 0-2, and he comes inside with a fastball. Needed something up there, maybe something down and away there, but definitely not across the plate. And I was inside part of the plate, allowed that batter to just stroke that ball between short and third. Big right-handed hitter here steps in for Marucci. They've got bases loaded now with no outs. They're threatening. Infield's going to play back in the middle and in on the corners. So anything hit sharply at the corners, they're coming home. And in the middle, looks like they're going to try to turn two. First pitch is up and in for ball one. That was a fastball. Big tall hitter here for Marucci. This might be the pitcher. Stands in there about 6'2", 6'3". Next pitch is going to bounce in for ball two. 2-0 the count. Tried a curveball there. 66 miles an hour on that curveball. Mustangs got a little work here to do. They've got to get a couple outs here. The pitch is going to be down and in. 77 mile an hour fastball. So with no room to put any runners on base, he really needs to come back here with a strike. It's probably taken all the way here, I would imagine, so just fire a strike right down the middle. That's going to be outside for ball four. That's going to bring in a run. That's going to bring out Coach Jepcott for a visit on the mound. See what he's got going here. That's going to make the score 3-1, Marucci, with no outs, and we're in the top of the sixth inning. Took a quick break here while they visited the mound. So the visit at the mound is over, and Landon Freitag is going to stay in to pitch here. He's got no outs. Bases are full. Scores 3-1. First pitch is going to be low and outside for ball one. Landon stays on the mound there with his cool, calm demeanor. He doesn't get frazzled very much. That pitch is going to be down for ball two. A little bit of hard time here trying to find the strike zone. I imagine that the Marucci hitter's taking all the way here now. It'll be real important for him to get a strike here. That's going to be a strike, and it's going to be fouled off to the right-hand side, so I was wrong. Not taking, but swinging. Gotta appreciate the aggressiveness here. Bases are loaded. Landed had thrown 4 or 5 straight balls in a row, and first strike he throws, kid's swinging and fouls it off. So 2-1 the count now. Next one's going to be a curveball, and that's going to stay up and out for ball 3. So 3-1 the count now. Takes a couple of deep breaths, nods at chair playing catcher. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Gotta love the call there by the umpire. I'm gonna take a break here. I gotta take this phone call, so watch here for just a minute. All right, sorry there. I had to take a phone call, but Landon ended up walking that last batter, so that's going to make the score now 4-1. And that brought out Coach Jeffcoat for a pitching change. So Connor Loafman comes in to pitch for the Mustangs. Tough day for Landon Freitag. Just didn't have his control like he normally does. Mustangs got a little work here. The bases are juiced. There's no outs. Connor Loafman comes in to hopefully shut the door. All right, Connor Loafman comes in. Tough situation here. Mustangs are down 4-1 now. Bases are loaded. There's no outs. Connor's had a last couple outings have been real good, real effective outings. First pitch is going to be high and outside for ball 1. 75 miles an hour on that fastball. Left-handed hitter here for Marucci. Short left-handed hitter. Just a kid with no batting gloves. And that pitch is going to be some kind of a curveball. Stays outside for ball 2. Ball once again is outside. Fastball for ball 3. Connor goes back to the rising bag to dry off his hand. Hopefully that will do the job. The next pitch is going to be a strike on the outside corner for strike 1. 3-1 the count. Next pitch is down and in for ball 4, so that's going to drive in another run. Score is 5-1 now. Mustangs having a hard time finding the strike zone. 3 or 4 straight walks. Marucci now leads the game 5-1. Top of the order here for the visiting team. The first pitch is going to be up and in for ball 1. Connor seems to be a little bit up and in right now to the right side. Slows down its rotation there and fires a strike right down the middle for strike 1. Swinging strike. Talked about this with Connor before. He seems to rush a little bit sometimes. When he slows down and stays in that back hip a little bit longer, seems like he finds the strike zone more often than not. The next pitch is going to be right down the middle, or excuse me, on the inside part of the plate. That's going to be hardly hit. Real hard line drive just off the third base, but it's foul, thank goodness. Connor up on the count here, 1-2. Once again, no outs. That's going to be a curveball, and that's going to be fouled way out of play on the left-hand side. Outfield's going to shade a little bit towards the left-hand side now. Infield plays straight up. Manny Mitchell moves to third base now. Gavin Gerardo's at short. Infield corners playing up. The middle is playing back. Going to go for 2 in the middle. That's going to be fouled straight back. So quite a battle going on here. You got the leadoff hitter for Marucci and Connor Loafman trying to get an out here. Count remains 1-2. He challenged him with the fastball there. Ooh, that's a nice looking changeup. Look to be 62 miles an hour on that. Just misses the outside corner. That could have been called either way. Counts 2-2 now. That pitch is up for ball 3. Good hard fastball there. Just stays up. Runs the count full, so 3-2. Less than 2 outs, the runners will be holding here. They won't be moving. And that pitch is going to stay out for ball 4. So the walk bug has hurt the Mustangs here. It's allowed several runs to come in, and that's going to run the score up to 6-1. A little bit of a mound visit here by Bryce and Connor. Hopefully calm down their tall right-hander. Bryce and Connor trot back to first and second base. Connor tightens his hat. Just got to throw strikes here. Allow that defense to go to work. Defense has been good today for the Mustangs. Only count 1 error today. That ball is down and away for ball 1. Next one is right down the middle, swinging strike 1, so 1-1 to count. Number 25, the hitter here for Elite. I think he's had a couple of singles, right? Between short and third and over shortstop today. That pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike 2. Good looking pitch right there. Right on that outside corner, low and away. That's where it needs to go again. Keep this ball away from these good hitters. That's going to be down. That's going to be hit to center field. Ryland was playing up, and he's going to make the play there. That's a great play by Ryland Brown there. He was playing up there, and he really saw that ball off the bat early, and he charges in, goes down to his knees, and makes that catch right about his knee level. So good play by Ryland Brown in center field there to hold the score at 6-1 and give the Mustangs their first out of the inning. Bases are still loaded. Nobody moves on that play right there. Good play by Ryland. Next pitch is down for ball 1. Loafman scratches at the ground a little bit. Comes the next pitch. That's going to be a fastball in the outside corner. That's fouled to the left-hand side, just over the fence, out of the reach of Manning. Take a few seconds here while Manning walks back over to third, giving his pitcher a little bit of a chance to reset here. Toes the rubber again. Comes the next pitch. That's going to be a fastball in the outside corner. Not called. That was a strike. Looked like a strike, maybe up a little bit. 2-1's the count. 1 out. Bases are loaded. That one's going to be down. That's going to get away from Jared. Here comes a runner. He's got a chance to get him at home. They both slide, and he got him out. So good job by Jared. Good hustle there. You know, that ball bounced straight to the backstop. It's a brick backstop here. The first 2 feet are bricks, and that ball bounces off, comes straight back to the catcher. He gets the ball. He runs back to home plate, and he tags him out at home. So it's good, all-important second out there. Counts 3-1 now. And that's going to be a swinging strike 2. So it tipped right there. So runners at second and third now. There's 2 outs. Counts full, 3-2. That's going to be low for ball 4. So he's going to put a runner on it at first, and bases are full again. Big, tall, right-handed hitter steps in for the Marucci. I believe this kid's had a couple of singles also. That's a good hard fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Mustangs trying to find a way to get out of this inning. That's another fastball on the outside corner, 78 miles an hour, and that's going to be fouled off, out of play on the right-hand side. We've seen Marucci score 4 runs in this inning, most of them coming by the form of walks. We've only had 1 hit in the inning. That's going to be inside, and he offered at it. Yeah, he calls foul ball. That's a good call by the umpire there. It actually hit his bat, and so that's going to be a foul ball. Comes inside, he offered at it, and it looked like it might have hit his hands or the end of the bat, but that's going to be strike 2. So 0-2 now. Tries the curveball. It holds up for ball 1. Real important there for Connor if he goes back and looks at the video here to see that he needs to follow through, really accentuate on that curveball. That's going to be a ball on the outside, and that's going to back up at Jared, and they got to play at the plate again, and this one time it's safe. Just barely misses him there. So once again, the ball bounces away, goes straight to the backstop. This time not quite far as back to Jared, so when he comes up with it, he fires it to Connor Loafman at home, and tags this. The tag is just above the slide. The runner got underneath to score a run there. Next pitch is going to go to the backstop also, and that goes all the way over. Comes straight back to Jared, so the runner holds at third. So runners at second and third now. Full count here, 3-2. Like I said, Mustangs trying to find some way to get out of this inning here. Still plenty of time in this game. About an hour and 40 minutes into the game. And that's going to be lined to center field. This one's catchable. Ryland Bound camps up underneath it, and he makes the catch. Finally, we get out of the inning, but another run comes in, so that's going to make the score 7-1. Mustangs got to get the bats going. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mustangs down 7-1. Top of the sixth inning, Mustangs trailing 7-1 in this game. Connor Loafman, the pitcher for the Mustangs, is going to step in to be the first batter here. Connor bats from the right-hand side, no batting gloves. He's going to turn and square to bunt. He pulls back for ball one. That pitch was low and away. Same pitcher for Marucci lead here. He's had a really good game on the mound today. Mainly throwing fastballs, but he spots them good. Connor turns to bunt again on that pitch. 83-mile-an-hour fastball down. He misses it, and that's going to be strike one. So 1-1 to count. Mustang's trying to find some way to get something going here. That pitch is going to be what I thought was off the outside corner for a ball, but he calls it a strike. 85 miles an hour on that pitch, so still staying up on this velocity. That pitch is going to be down 86 miles an hour on that pitch now. So that's going to draw the count 2-2. Connor trying to find a way to get on base, some way to help himself out here. He's the pitcher in the game now. That's going to be fouled straight back. Challenged him with the fastball on the inside corner there. Connor does a good job there fighting that pitch off. 2-2 is still the count. Next pitch is going to be up. That's a fastball for a ball, so the count is full now. Oh, good job. 84-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and Connor fouls that one straight back. He was on that ball. He just missed it by a little bit. Just underneath that ball, just a little bit. So 3-2 remains the count. Our challenge is Connor again. 88 miles an hour on that high fastball, and Connor fouls it straight back. Next pitch drops in. Nice little, he took something off that pitch. 76 miles an hour. Kind of bends it in for a strike. He freezes Connor Loafman. That ball looked like it was coming inside, and it just kind of breaks over the plate for strike three. Really good job pitching. Connor had some good swings there to fight off a few pitches, but nonetheless a strikeout. A lot of strikeouts for this pitcher today. First pitch is going to be outside for ball one. As a tendency drops down to a little more of a sidearm. He takes something off that pitch, and it looks a little way different to the hitters. That's going to be a fastball right down the middle, 86 miles an hour. Here it is, the sixth inning, and he's just starting to warm up, throwing the hardest he's thrown all game. Next pitch is down, 87 miles an hour on that pitch. 2-1. He's throwing as hard as he's thrown all game right here. 2-1 the count to Landon. Landon's going to swing at that pitch. 77 on that one. So that's that sidearm pitch where he takes a little bit off. Kind of mainly throwing hard fastballs now and then that kind of sidearm changeup. And this one's going to go behind Landon, 76 miles an hour. That's going to run the count full. That's two pitches now that Landon's watched go behind him. So full count here. Next pitch is low and outside, and that's going to be swung over the top for strike three. So another strikeout. Good pitching here by this Marucci pitcher. He's got the Mustang hitters fooled. He comes inside, he comes outside. You know, that ball three was behind Landon. It's almost like a setup pitch. He follows it with a low and away. Jared Behill is going to come in for his first at bat of the game. First pitch is low and away for ball one. 75 miles an hour. That's that sidearm kind of changeup that he has. Next pitch is a fastball up, 86 miles an hour on that pitch. Next pitch is swung at. That's that sidearm changeup. 73 miles an hour on that pitch. Kind of comes right at the plate and at the last minute breaks down. Mainly just throwing, like I said, fastballs and changeups here. He's going to throw that changeup for a strike on the outside corner. That's 75 miles an hour. So he's 87 on his fastball. He slows it down to 75 on that changeup. He's up on the count. And that's going to be strike three, swung through. So 3 strikeouts in a row there for the Mustangs, and they go down in the 6th inning in order. They're down 7-1. Good pitching performance here they're seeing today. We go to the top of the 7th inning, down 7-1. All right, it's the top of the 7th inning with plenty of time on the clock. This will be the last inning. We'll go the distance today. We're going to hope that the Mustangs can get 3 quick outs here and then bat in the bottom of the 7th inning for a long time to tie or win this game. First batter for Connor Loafman is a right-handed hitter. I don't believe we've seen this hitter today, and the first pitch is high and inside airmailed to the backstop for ball 1. Just a bit inside. 1-0 the count. Next pitch is up for ball 2, 75 mile an hour fastball. This pitch is up 77 miles an hour, ball 3. Mustangs have had a little trouble finding the strike zone here of late. Gavin Garotto did a real good job starting the game off. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for ball 4. Hitter trots down slowly to first base. Next batter, number 29, with his red gloves and pink armbands. Steps in there. I believe he walked last time up the bat. Mustangs trying to find some defense here. Trying to find some strikes. They need to play defense. Defense asking Connor Loafman to throw some strikes so they can play defense. Not a big lead at first. That pitch is going to stay up for ball 1. Not a big lead at first. Connor tries to slow it down here just a touch, and that ball's going to stay up for ball 2. Marucci hitters now being really able to just focus in on a fastball right down the middle. That's going to be airmailed to the backstop. That's going to be ball 3, 3-0. Runner advances to second on that overthrow. Connor struggling out there right now. Everything's up. Let's find a way to pull down on this ball a little bit. And that's going to stay up for ball 4. So 8 straight pitches and 2 walks. Coach Jepcott's going to take a time here to go visit his pitcher. Try to figure out what's going on. Maybe make a few adjustments. Talk to Connor about pulling down on this ball a little bit. Slowing down that delivery just a touch. All right, runners at first and second, no outs. We've had eight straight balls. That next one's going to stay up, and that's going to bounce away from Jared for another ball. The guy rounds third base. Connor has to rush home. That's 9 straight balls now, all of them up. So he's got to make a little bit of an adjustment here. Find a way to kind of stay in that back hip a little longer. Squat down, let those butt cheeks go to the ground, and then stride forward. There's a swing and strike 1. Little stiff out there right now. He's standing up on the ball, which is allowing that upper body to stay up. Just needs to kind of drive into the ground a little bit more here, and that pitch will come down. Does a good job right there, but that ball's a little low, and it's going to be ball 2. So 2-1's the count. Price on the first, plays in. That ball's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch for strike 2. So he's got 2-2 now. Coach Jepcott asking him to go win this. Runners at second and third, no outs. Mustangs trying to find an out here. That's going to be up and in for ball 3, right at his face. Kind of backs him off there. If he can throw a fastball over the outside corner here, he probably gets him. And that's going to be hit to left field. This is deep enough. They're going to try to tag. Cash comes in, makes the catch, and good throw home. Real good. He makes the catch there. Fires a strike into Jared at home. 1 bounces the plate, and it holds the runner at third. So no tag there. Real good job by Cash McCravey at left field on that play. Cash is playing left now. Center field is Ryland Jepcott, and then the right field is Ryland Brown. They play ring around the rosy in the outfield. Gavin Grotto at short, Connor Shires at second, Bryce Cooper at first, and Manny Mitchell at third. We got 1 out. Runners at second and third. Big right-handed hitter steps in. That's going to be swinging. Strike 1. Boy, he was swinging for the fence. Casey at the bat. Good strike by Connor Loafman there, right down the middle. He's up 0-1 here. This kid's done some damage for Marucci today. He's had a couple of singles on the day. That next pitch is down right at the knees. Looked like it could have been low, but he gets the call for strike 2. So 0-2 is the count now. He's way ahead. Like to see him kind of elevate here maybe a little bit or something off the outside part of the plate. Nothing over the plate here. And he's going to do a curveball, and wow, really late on that swing, and that ball almost hits a player for Marucci just standing outside of the dugout. You know, they tell these guys stay inside the dugout, and that's the reason right there. Boy, that was really close. Loafman up still 0-2 here. He's going to saw him off on his hands. It's going to go to Connor Shires over at second. Run's going to come in to score, but he fires over to first for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring the score at 8-1, Marucci. Hope I'm saying that right. It looks like Marucci to me. Two outs now. Runner at third. It's going to be skied way up, and Bryce over on the right-hand side, and he's got space, and that's just over the fence. Bryce goes over to the fence. He knocks his hat off so that he can get over there, and goes all the way over to the fence. He finds the fence and looks up, and the ball's just over the reach of the fence. Manny Mitchell asking Bryce to jump over the fence and catch that ball. That would have been a great play. Boy, that would have been a Sports Center play if he could have got that. 0-1 the count now. Right-handed hitter here, same thing. Fouled off to the right-hand side. This one further out. No play on that ball. So Connor Loafman now ahead in this 0-2. Right-handed hitter here for Marucci. Not a big kid. Steps in there. Taps the bat on the outside part of the plate. Puts the bat kind of swinging behind his head. That pitch is going to be down, and that's going to bounce away from Jared. And the runner... Anyway, the ball gets away from Jared there, and it kind of bounces over to the right. And Jared thought that the ball was far enough away that the run was just going to come in. The runner kind of actually hesitates. There was a play at the plate, but Jared kind of hesitates on going and getting that ball, and that allows the runner to come in and score. So that's going to make the score 9-1 now. And a good curveball by Connor Loafman. Slow ball there, and he gets him for strike 3. Kind of a tough run that comes in there right at the very end. Didn't want to see that last run scored. Kind of a non-hustle play. Connor really found his control there at the very end. He finally finds that control, and he gets that last batter on a good strikeout pitch there. So some upside there. He finishes off good. Well, Mustangs go to the bottom of the 7th. This will be their last at bat. They're down 9-1. Last at bat here for the Shallow Mustangs. They bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gavin Grotto's going to lead us off. New pitcher for Marucci Elite. Number 1 comes in. Short left-handed pitcher here for Marucci. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Congratulations to the right-hander from Marucci. Good pitch game by him. I'm sure that his pitch count was up, and you only get so many pitches per weekend, so probably want to save him for another game. Next pitch is 78 miles an hour right down the middle, and Gavin fouls it off to the right-hand side. Gavin liked to see that pitch again. That was right down the middle of the plate. He just misses it, fouls it off to the right-hand side. Mustangs are down 9-1. A lot of work here. We need base runners. That pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Tries a curveball. It stays outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Good looking curveball there. It just stays outside. Tries that curveball again. It stays up and out for ball 3. So the count's loaded here. Imagine G, after seeing 2 curveballs miss, is going to see a fastball. Really needs to be thinking fastball here. He's going to hit this down to third base. Deep to third. It's going to be a long throw. It's high, and it's going to go over the top. That's going to allow G to advance to second. Catcher's backing up there. Good play by the catcher. He makes a good throw to second, and G gets in there safe at second. So a deep hit ground ball to third base. The third baseman makes the play deep in the hole. He fires to first, but he throws it way over the top of the first baseman. Goes all the way to the fence. It bounces off the fence. The catcher backing it up. Grabs the ball. He throws it to second. Has a play at second. But G's safe in there with a double. Actually a single on an overthrow. So that's going to bring up Ryland Jepcott. Ryland steps in from the left-hand side. No outs here. Once again, we need base runners. It's important to get base runners here. No reason to advance the runner here. What we need is base runners. Counts 1-0. Next one's that good-looking curveball, and this time it does drop in for a strike, and Ryland shakes his head as, yes, I do agree. That was a good pitch. Good-looking curveball there. Lefty on lefty here, so Ryland's going to see that ball coming at him, and it's going to break over the middle of the plate. He's got to take it opposite field. He's going to see that same curveball. This time it's going to stay up and in for ball 2. He saw it the first time, and he knew what to look for the second time. So after a curveball drops in for a strike and then a curveball up and in for a ball, I imagine he's going to see a fastball here. Play something on the outside part of the plate. He's going to turn the bunt, and he bunts it foul straight back. Saw the third baseman playing back with the runner at second. He has to play back because of the threat to steal there. So Ryland trying to take advantage of that. He was trying to bunt that ball either down each line. First base is playing way back. Third base is playing back. So he had a chance there. Count 2-2 now. His dad asks him to step out. Maybe he wants to go over some signs here. Nope, steps back in. He's going to let him hit away here with 2 strikes. Let's find a hole somewhere. Find a way to get on. Next pitch is low and away for ball 3, so he runs count full, 3-2. Pitcher throwing in the upper 70s, so nowhere near the previous pitcher, who I believe topped out at 89 miles an hour. Next pitch is going to be that good curveball over the inside corner, and it drops in for swinging strike 3. So he gets the strikeout, Ryland Jepcott there, and that's going to bring up Manny Mitchell with 1 out and a guy at second. Nice to see Manny get going here a little bit. Left field plays plenty deep, respecting Manning's power. Center plays shallow, and right field's kind of medium depth. First pitch hits the ground in front of the plate for ball 1. Gavin Grotto's on second base. Gavin got an infield single and an overthrow, advanced him over to second base. He stands at second with only 1 out. No need to steal here because the Mustangs need base runners to get back into this, so he'll probably stay put there at second. That's going to be grounded right back up the middle, and that's a base hit, and that's going to allow Gavin, they're going to hold him at third base, and they had a chance. Well, now that the throw goes over the second base, so the center fielder fails to hit his cutoff man. It overthrows the second base. It goes and hits the mound, jumps way up in the air over the top of the home plate, back to the backstop. That allows Gavin to come around third and to score easily. So Manning with a single up the middle and then an error on the throw advances to second base. He gets an RBI single, and the score's 9-2 now. That's going to bring up Ryland Brown. Ryland Brown will step in from the left side with 1 out and a guy at second. He's got another chance to drive in a run here. First pitch is up. First ball one, 78 miles an hour. So quite a bit of speed difference here. Not that upper 80s, and you see the ball quite a bit better at 78 than you can at 88. Oh, good pickoff move. And Lance Mitchell doing a great job over there at first base. He's yelling back as soon as he sees the shoulders of the pitcher go back. He knows that he's not going home. He's going to second. Next pitch is inside for ball two. Normally what you look at there is if the pitcher kind of steps and if his shoulders are coming forward, it's a little bit hard to turn and go back to second. So if he steps up and his foot goes up and his shoulders come back, most of the time he's going to turn. And that's what Lance Mitchell was looking at there. Good job. Next pitch is right down the middle for strike one. So 2-1 the count. That was a batting practice pitch right there for Ryland. Could have hit that one right down the middle. Wasn't going real fast. 2-1 the count. Next pitch is going to be that curveball. Good looking curveball by this left-handed pitcher. To a left-handed hitter, it looks like it's coming at him, and right at the last minute, it breaks over the plate. Ryland swings at it, but he's late. So 2-2 the count. I imagine as much as he was fooled on that pitch, you're probably going to see the same pitch right here. And there it is, and Ryland's going to sky this high to center field. Center field's underneath it. He calls for it. Manning fakes the tag, but no reason to tag once again with the score 9-2. We don't want to give up an out there. So with 2 outs now, Connor Shire's going to step into bat. Connor had a real good hit his last time up to bat. Had a single to the right center gap. One of the few hits today for the Mustangs. So he'll stand in there with 2 outs. Runner at second, just trying to extend the game here. Connor can get on. Cash McCravey will bat next. First pitch is that curveball, drops in for strike one. We talked about this. When you can throw that curveball for strike one, it just gives you all the confidence you need with the rest of the pitches there. Come back with the curveball if he wants to here. Try to sneak by a fastball here. And he's going to do that curveball, and Connor's going to hit it to third. Had a chance to go through the hole there. Third baseman reaches over to left, makes the play to first, and that's the last out of the inning. So, tough game for the Mustangs here. A good pitching performance by the Marucci pitchers, and the Mustangs fall 9-2 in this game. They'll take a quick break here. Mustangs actually have a game off. They'll come back at 6:30, roughly around 6:30, to play their second game. So, a tough one here. Mustangs fall 9-2.